The orchard has reached optimal harvest maturity based on fruit size, colour and firmness.
Harvesting is performed manually to minimize mechanical damage to the fruit.
Apples are collected in ventilated bins designed to prevent bruising.
Collected fruit is staged in the field prior to pallet handling and transport.
Palletized bins are prepared for transport to the processing facility.
Palletized fruit is loaded for transport under controlled handling conditions. Transport containers are sealed to prevent contamination during transit. Raw material is transported promptly to maintain fruit quality. Incoming raw materials are logged upon arrival at the processing site. Vehicles are aligned at the receiving dock for controlled unloading.
The transport vehicle is opened at the receiving dock for controlled unloading. Raw material bins are unloaded using mechanical handling equipment.
Inbound raw material is identified and recorded for traceability. Initial inspection confirms the condition of incoming fruit.
Approved fruit is transferred to the processing conveyor.
Fruit is conveyed into the washing system at a controlled rate.
A preliminary rinse removes surface debris.
Mechanical brushing enhances surface cleaning.
A food-grade sanitizing rinse is applied under controlled conditions. A final rinse removes remaining solution before downstream processing.
Washed fruit is conveyed to optical sorting for quality classification.
Vision systems analyze each fruit in real time. Out-of-spec fruit is automatically removed from the process. Approved fruit proceeds to trimming preparation.
Mechanical trimming removes stems and residual material.
Prepared fruit is fed into the crushing system.
Apples are reduced to a coarse mash for juice extraction.
Apple mash is discharged through a fully enclosed transfer system to prevent product loss and contamination. Apple mash is held in a sealed vessel prior to enzymatic treatment. Food-grade enzymes are dosed automatically according to process parameters. Controlled agitation ensures uniform enzyme contact.
Temperature is regulated to optimize enzymatic breakdown. Process sensors confirm changes in mash viscosity. Enzymatic treatment is completed at the specified endpoint.
Transfer pathways are configured for juice extraction.
Mash is transferred under controlled flow to the pressing system.
Mash is introduced into the press feed system.
The press system stabilizes prior to extraction.
Mechanical pressure is applied to initiate juice extraction.
Juice is released through filtration screens into a closed collection system. Extraction parameters are held constant for stable output. Pressing separates liquid juice from solid pomace. Extracted juice is transferred using sanitary pumping systems. Primary filtration removes residual solids. Filtration pressure is maintained within specification. Secondary filtration further refines juice clarity. Inline sensors verify juice clarity. Clarified juice is transferred for standardization.
Juice volume is stabilized inside the blending tank.
Sugar concentration is measured in a closed-loop system to maintain product integrity. Standardization parameters are achieved and held. Juice flow is redirected through sanitary valves within a closed pasteurization circuit. Juice enters the heat exchanger through a fully sealed connection for controlled pasteurization. Juice is held at pasteurization temperature for the required duration. Juice is cooled immediately after pasteurization. Dissolved oxygen is removed to protect product stability.
Deaerated juice is transferred to aseptic holding under closed conditions.
Apple juice is transferred through the main sanitary pipeline into the aseptic holding tank under fully sealed conditions. Tank levels are stabilized to support continuous filling operations. Positive pressure preserves aseptic conditions. Recirculation maintains uniform product conditions. Empty containers are conveyed into the aseptic zone with precise spacing and alignment. Containers are sanitized and drained within a closed rinsing system. Containers are drained and aligned for accurate filling. Filling valves are positioned under aseptic conditions. Aseptic filling begins with controlled product flow.
Containers are indexed precisely beneath the filling valves.
Aseptic valves seal to the container prior to filling. Product flow begins under controlled aseptic conditions. Filling proceeds at a constant, regulated flow rate. Fill levels are monitored in real time. Product flow is cut off cleanly at the target volume. Filling valves retract after completion. Caps are positioned prior to final sealing. Filled containers are transferred for sealing.
Caps are placed with exact alignment prior to torque sealing. Caps are tightened to a controlled torque specification.
Seal torque is verified in-line for every container. Containers are tested for seal integrity. Bottles are oriented for label application. Labels are applied with precise alignment.
Label placement is verified automatically.
Traceability codes are applied to each container.
Finished bottles are grouped for secondary packaging.
Bottles are loaded into cartons automatically. Secondary packaging is sealed and discharged.
Cartons are aligned to prepare for palletizing.
Robotic systems lift cartons for pallet placement. Cartons are placed according to a defined pallet pattern.
Pallet loads are built layer by layer.
Pallet stability is verified prior to wrapping. Pallet loads are secured by stretch wrapping. Wrapping secures the pallet for handling and transport.
Pallet identification ensures full traceability.
Finished pallets are moved to warehouse storage. Finished goods are staged for dispatch.
Outbound vehicles are aligned to the loading dock.
A trained operator aligns the forklift to ensure controlled pallet handling.
Pallets are lifted manually under controlled conditions to maintain load stability. Verified pallets are transferred into the transport vehicle.
Pallets are positioned to ensure load stability. Loads are secured for transit. Loading is complete and verified.
Cargo doors are closed and sealed.
The vehicle is cleared to depart the dock. Finished products depart the facility for distribution.
The pallet is transferred into the vehicle under controlled manual operation.
Pallets are placed according to the load plan. Forks are withdrawn carefully to avoid load disturbance. Final position is checked to confirm alignment and clearance. Load restraints are applied to secure the pallet. The manual loading cycle is completed. The dock leveler is retracted after loading. Cargo doors are closed and verified. Shipment documentation is confirmed.
The shipment departs the facility.
Exit clearance is verified before the vehicle leaves the site.
The shipment exits the production facility.
Outbound transport proceeds under controlled conditions. The shipment enters the primary transport route. Products are transported under stable driving conditions. The shipment arrives at the distribution facility. Vehicle check-in is completed at the distribution site. The vehicle proceeds to the assigned unloading area. The production and dispatch sequence is complete. The production and dispatch sequence is complete.